Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season begins. Wait, who are these people? So what's up guys, Foxen here. What a crazy way to kick off the Attack on Titan final anime season. Twitter is raging about the CG Titans. The new opening has turned into a spicy debate, and anime only people are confused as hell. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Could also smash that like and ring the bell. And subscribe, let's get to 500,000. Weekly Attack on Titan reviews begin now. And a quick thank you to Bookwalker for sponsoring. More on them later. Attack on Titan Season 4 Episode 1 titled The Other Side of the Ocean. Kicking this off, the new opening. This is gonna be a fun topic. Boku no Senso, or My War. And no, this is not Linked Horizon. Recall that creepy Attack on Titan Season 2 ending? Yeah, that was them. So let me be real and give you my first impressions. Honestly, I am not a fan. And it's not even due to the opening song. I mean, for the actual visuals, who the hell put Michael Bay in charge? So many repeats too. It is a shame since the song feels eerie. Listening only to the audio, I'm freaking loving it. But then it's without strong visuals. So many explosions. A certain Crimson Wizard will love it. On first viewing, the animation actually feels more like a placeholder. Let's see if any of it gets updated. Could this actually be the worst or at the bottom for all the Attack on Titan openings? It feels like it's leaning towards that. Looks like I could just cross out the opening breakdown video. Or I don't know, should I still do a quick breakdown? Either way, I'm really curious, do you like the new opening? How do you rank the animation and song? As an actual positive for this, unlike the Season 4 trailer, there are no spoilers here, not much of anything. It really is the complete opposite of the trailer, and also the Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 opening. Anyway, the actual episode kicking off the final season, The Little Warrior Candidate. Lovely detail of only hearing Falco's voice, really getting into how Falco is experiencing the moment. I like how they left the bloody mess over to the right. Sakot to the rescue. Aw, what a lovely Oni-chan, even putting on the helmet on his little bro. And I'm sorry, I laughed at that jam explosion. So what is this war? Who are these people? For anime only people, here's the abridged version. For Attack on Titan Season 4, you're gonna enjoy a vacation over at Marley. You're gonna have fun seeing the warrior side of things for a few episodes. There has been a rough 4-year time skip. Just like manga readers, you anime only guys will have fun being in the dark for a while. But trust me, the wait will be worth it. Anyway, welcome Morgath in the anime. During the time skip, Marley has been busy at war, especially losing a couple of Titans to Paradise Island. Recall the Eldians camped over at Marley? Marley is now using the Titan people as soldiers for this war. This includes Eldian kids. Say hello to Udo, Gabby, and Zofia. Poor little bird, already leaking all over the place. Isayama pretty much used his injury to fill you guys in on the current events. And my god, little boy, how hard did you smash your coconut? Flying with the sword. Silly bird. Like Gabby so gracefully explains, this current episode is the conclusion to this ongoing 4-year war. Time to finish off the Middle East allied forces. Then they could get back to focusing on Paradise Island, the home of Eren and the scouts. Anyway, with their little info dump, you now have the main objective for these Eldian rugrats. All of these guys are warrior candidates. They're being judged to see who could take the Marleyan Titans, like the Armor Titan or Beast Titan. I like how Gabby is already talking about the next invasion towards Paradise Island. Oh, you need a main player. And notice the camera switching over to the older, slimmer Reiner. Take a look at that red armband. Getting down into the trenches. No surprise, Attack on Titan Season 4 has a very different feel to it. It's not just Mappa Studio. So here's a quick reminder, especially for people complaining that Attack on Titan switched over from this medieval period over to this. The people inside the walls on the island are around 100 years behind technology-wise. That 800-year or so history was a complete lie. The actual timeline is around the 1900s, likely closer to the 1920s, compared to our world. As for your new main characters, you got Falco and Gabby. You got both of these fighting over the chance to claim the Armor Titan. Who will get that lovely honor? Honestly, I was loving how cocky Gabby was acting. Notice how Gabby is the most motivated out of all of them. Unfortunately, all of these guys have been fed the Marley Propo. And even worse, the devils over on the island. Gabby's goal to the world is to prove that Eldians aren't actually horrible devils. They're good people, I mean just look at her. For Gabby in the anime, I actually had to get used to her voice. It's not the same voice actress, but it really reminded me of Lefa from SAO. It's actually Ochako by the way. Ooh, Gabby looking dangerous here. What is it with anime lowlies loving explosions? Why not just unleash the Jaws Titan or Cart Titan? This really reveals the horrible situation for Marley. They've become overly reliant on Titans for their wars. As a counter, their enemies have advanced their technology, even creating anti-Titan weapons. It looks like the Age of Titans is quickly coming to an end. Magath here confirms their predicament of losing the Colossal Titan and Female Titan. Their enemies found out about Marley's decrease in Titan numbers, which led to this ongoing war. Which makes it even more funny. You got this Marley leader desperately clinging onto their Titan powers. So no surprise, Eldians are treated like crap. 800 Eldian soldiers. Oh my god, they actually have it. Bombs for an actual Suicide Squad. It made me think back to those old war movies when you have soldiers charging into cannon fire. Then for Colt here, juicy bit of info dropped. Colt is the next in line to take over the Beast Titan, especially since Zeke doesn't have much time left. Oh, hold up. Little Arya has a different plan. You little bitch. I'm so much better than Falco. I'm so cute. It'd be a tragedy if I go boom. But being honest, I freaking love her sassy ass. She's got that swagger of a young Eldian teen. I was completely eating up her performance, and you do have to give her props for killing two birds at the same time. Gabby gets to shine, plus her Eldian people don't get led for lunch. Ooh, Falco, see something you like? This really goes to show how loyal Gabby is to Marley. Even at this point, she's asking permission to leave the dog collar behind. For the enemy side, poor guys, falling for the oldest trick in the book. Never trust a lowly in anime. So way to go, Gabby. Tanks destroyed. And recipes to the two softies in the bunker. Although Falco is not one to be undone. Really, Falco, risking your life for your little muffin? Better be worth it. Anyway, you have the Lion Titan making its appearance. Notice those bullets. They're actually able to dent the Titan's hardened face. This is giving you the first peek at the CG Titan in action. It looked pretty smooth here. Next up, Blimp Time. Notice those drugged up Eldian meatbags. Welcome Zeke and Reiner making their Season 4 debut, the proclaimed spear and shield for the Marley Nation. Oh yes, the mid-info curs return. This should be some quick info that should be spread over the next few episodes. I do wonder, did Marley write this up? There's no mention about how their military is dated compared to their enemies. Either way, did I speak too soon? It looks like the 800 Eldians still got to shower in bullets despite Gabby's win. Thankfully, you have this kitty prancing around. Get a look at those back muscles. Right here, the one thing that did stand out was this Titan's main hair. Next up, the Cart Titan with her tank upgrade. Looks like Attack on Titan has officially transitioned into the mech genre. Getting back to the warrior kids. Falco, are you super kind helping the enemy? Or are you trying to score some brownie points for the Armored Titan? This is important. The harsh reality hits home. The enemies they're fighting against are the same as Marley. To them, Eldians are also tainted devils. Getting into the Amazon Titan delivery. Did someone say Titan Light Show? This is really demonstrating how the Beast Titans summon those Titans out of nowhere in Attack on Titan Season 3. Too bad for the warrior kids. They just have to endure seeing their people being used in this way. So Titans really do make great weapons. Dropping them, you got so much destruction on impact. And if any survived, don't worry, they'll regenerate no problem. Then it's feeding time. It is great to see that the goofy Titans make a return too, especially the right fellow. Right here, notice the chubby Marleyan dude still holds a grudge against Eldians. Anything related to them losing the Titan War should have been in the past before his time, which means it's also hatred for Marley Propo. Right here is a perfect example of how useless Titans are versus modern technology. Who needs Thunder Spears? Getting over to Reiner, now with main character status. This dude has some serious PTSD over walls. Good reason too. Examining the CG for the Armored Titan, honestly this thing looks pretty good. For the Armored Titan versus the cannons, looks like Reiner's gonna be kissing the ground again. A very clear example of how the Marley shield can be penetrated. Come on Reiner, already losing an arm? Doesn't matter, Reiner versus Train, just call the guy the Juggernaut. The Lion Titan coming in for the save too. Do I smell a romance erupting with that look? Looks like these two Titans make a good team. Anyway, time for the showstopper, the freaking monkey. As a bonus, the Titan transformation has this flashing effect. Did someone say baseball time? Just imagine if Zeke had bombs to launch versus a Cervicore. You got Reiner playing Might Body as a shield. Nice save. Instead it looks like this duel is better. Monkey Boy here has no defense. He's all squishy. God damn it, Reiner, you just got main character status, and you're already a bloody milkshake. Is this guy the Yamcha of the series? So getting into some important information. The 4-year war is officially over. Marley can now go back to focus on other Titan matters. The bad part? The ruined state of the Armored Titan and the other fallen Titans have just proven to the world that the Age of Titans is truly coming to an end. The desperate Marley now wants to get the founding Titan back as soon as possible to claim dominance. For the Marley people cheering for their victory, similar vibe to the Survey Corps replacing their government. And you know who this is with the newspaper. It's Kenny. No, really, this must have been the first time I cheered for Horseboy, or should I say the Stallion. This is a new anime scene, and I love how they're teasing the Survey Corps. Peak is taking notes, which plays perfectly alongside the new ending. Here's my first impressions. Right away, absolutely loved it, especially the song. It almost instantly had me tearing up. Let me know, how do you like the new song and animation? For me, this is miles better than the new opening. I might just skip the opening. And for manga readers, it is super obvious what this KFC and Christmas tree are. Gotta celebrate Levi's birthday. For anyone still wondering about the Scouts, Mikasa, Armin, Eren, non-spoiler, but do know, if they do keep up this pace, you should see them in 5 or 6 episodes. Until then, enjoy this little vacation at Marley. Talking about pacing, the official episode count. Kind of. From the Attack on Titan official website, there is Blu-ray information. So far they have 2 volumes listed. Both of them combined list 16 episodes. Obviously you can't cover everything in only 16 episodes. So is this part 1? Are the other Blu-rays still not listed? Is part 2 gonna be 1 or 2 movies? Or some theater OVA special? Unfortunately, like always, they're likely gonna keep you in the dark. Let me know what you would prefer for part 2, the TV anime, or 1 or 2 movies, especially considering the theater situation in the US. Theaters are basically dead. Thanks HBO Max. Next up, the chapters covered in this first episode. 2 chapters covered, 91 and 92. Assuming the Mappa Studio keeps up the pace, that's 2 chapters times 16 episodes, or 32 chapters. Which means, will the Attack on Titan Season 4 anime stop around chapter 122? Right now it seems very likely. Then you'll get part 2, or whatever form the next chunk will take. Either way, 2 chapters per episode seemed a little bit fast, but this may vary. Some episodes may cover more, some less. Not to mention, just like this episode, the opening or ending could be removed. Really quickly, let me ask you, how many of you guys want to see a manga comparison video? If you do, smash that like. If there's demand, I'll try to get that out within like 2 or 3 days. Hopefully someone sponsors that. Getting into the spicy discussion, the CG talk. Let me mention that I have seen the episode twice. Once on Japanese TV, then again when they went on streaming. So, how did you like the CG Titans? From the first episode, for me, it seemed like it blended well most of the time. For the Armor Titan, Reiner is a thick boy that is solid, so this works really well. There are some far shots of the Armor Titan where it does stand out more. For Porco's Titan, I'm debating about whether this guy looked totally fine, or whether he was moving too quickly to notice. I did catch the hair standing out in most places. For the Car Titan, no issues here, but there wasn't much. For the Beast Titan, you know, this guy looked weird the first time I saw him on my tiny $10 Japanese TV. The second time though, no problem. And trust me, I was looking hard to spot any weak spots. I think overall it looked much better on the second rewatch. It just took a little bit of time for my brain to get used to it. I think it'll be similar for a lot of you. The Titan CG looks a lot like Dorohedoro, especially for any parts involving blood. I will mention that the Armored Titan blood splatters stand out the most awkwardly. I am hoping that they further improve the CG for the Blu-ray release, which Mappa Studio is known to do further improvements on the Blu-ray. As a comparison, there were almost no changes for Attack on Titan Season 3 once it hit Blu-ray. I could easily say that the CG here was better than anything from Wit Studio. Recall the abomination from Wit Studio, the Nintendo 64 Colossal Titan. You really should notice, if Wit Studio had stayed on this project, they would have likely had to switch over to CG2 at this point. And you could bet, for Wit Studio, it wouldn't look anywhere as good. I'm really hoping that they do compromise, have a mixture of CG and hand-drawn animation for upcoming fights, which it seems like they did in certain parts of this episode. That really needs to be done for anything involving Eren. And sorry for manga readers, the current stuff will be a CG fest. Let me also bring up potential Levi scenes. I'm just saying, get ready now. Expect anything Levi related to not match the god tier animation scenes from previous seasons. Arifumi and I raised the bar sky high. Mappa, feel free to prove us wrong. For behind the scenes stuff, for these weekly reviews, I'm not sure how early I'm going to be waking up. I already did it for the entire SLSization. That completely screwed over my sleep schedule and I gained so much weight over it. I thought it was a little, but it ended up being like 15 or 20 pounds. Definitely don't want to gain any of that back. Either way, I will try to get out the review video within 12 hours, hopefully sooner. And if you do love Attack on Titan, why not read the manga over at Bookwalker? Catch up so you know what's going on. Just use my code Foxen to get a sweet $5 discount. Anyway, post your episode thoughts below, or just say hi. Was this a great kickoff to the final season, or are you missing Wit Studio? Do you like how the CG turned out? Don't forget to subscribe, let's get to 1 million divided by Marco. Watch my Attack on Titan in Japan video, and I'll see you guys later.